The top 10 richest nations in the world as of 2024 are listed below. Based on the most recent GDP per capita at buying power parity at current international prices, this list was created. The information used in this video comes from the IMF ranking of the International Monetary Fund. Number 10. Guyana. The South American nation of Guyana has an astounding $78,400 GDP per person. Guyana, with a population of about 804,567 in 2021, is well positioned for economic growth. Unprecedented wealth has been made possible by the discovery of more than 5.5 billion barrels of oil in the Atlantic Ocean under the nation's waters. Guyana's GDP per capita is rising quickly, with oil production starting in 2019 and reaching 278,000 barrels per day last year. The government expects significant income from a number of sources, including taxes, royalties, and profit-sharing arrangements with oil corporations, as long as oil output and exports continue to rise. This new economic environment establishes Guyana as a major participant in the international energy market and heralds a period of significant change for the country's financial future. Number 9. United States. Driven by a varied range of industries, this powerful nation stands out as a global economic powerhouse, boasting an amazing GDP per capita of $83,400. In the fields of manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare, finance, and technology, it leads. The country's strong military, modern infrastructure, educated and skilled labor force, stable political system, and steady geopolitical stability all contribute to its economic prosperity. The country's sustained economic development has been greatly aided by its wealth of natural resources and its position as a leader in international trade. This country, all things considered, is a prime example of a well-rounded economic profile, exhibiting strength in a number of areas and using its strategic advantages to keep a position of influence on the international scene. Number 8. Norway. With a tiny population of 5.5 million, Norway boasts an approximate GDP per capita of $84,850. The nation is well known for having an abundance of natural resources, particularly oil and gas. Its economic growth has been greatly aided by the strategic exploitation and use of these resources, particularly in the North Sea. Norway has shown clever management of its petroleum wealth by directing it into the Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund, often known as the Government Pension Fund Global. Factors including political stability, strong international trade, low levels of corruption, economic diversification, and a highly skilled labor force all contribute to the nation's prosperity. All of these elements work together to make Norway a wealthy country with a diverse and well-run economy. Number 7. San Marino. This small microstate, which is tucked away in the southern European mountains, has a remarkable GDP per person of $86,890. With less than 34,000 residents, its prime location on the Italian peninsula promotes commercial links with its larger neighbor, Italy, and improves economic prospects. Benefiting from a stable political climate, efficient government, low unemployment rates, and a robust financial sector that includes banking and financial services, the country has deliberately pursued policies that draw in foreign investors and financial institutions, thereby promoting economic growth. The nation's attraction goes beyond its economic might because of its stunning medieval buildings and breathtaking scenery, which draw visitors from all over the world. The economy becomes centered on tourism, which generates substantial income from lodging, dining, and local product purchases. Number 6. Switzerland. Located in Central Europe, this landlocked nation has a population of more than 8.8 million people and an impressive GDP per capita of $92,520. Switzerland has become a global financial hub that attracts foreign businesses and investors due to its well-regulated banking system and long-standing financial stability. The prosperity of the country is also fueled by a workforce that is highly educated and talented, as well as by an excellent infrastructure that includes effective communication and transportation networks. Switzerland's unmatched economic success is largely due to its diversified, highly developed economy, strong tourism industry, and political stability and adherence to neutrality. Number 5. United Arab Emirates. With a population of more than 9.97 million people and an estimated GDP per capita of $92,950, this country has attained significant wealth. Its discovery and exploitation of large oil reserves is the primary source of its income, and oil exports contribute significantly to the country's overall GDP. Numerous efforts aimed at economic growth have been spurred by this money inflow. The country's wealth is also ascribed to a number of other things, such as political stability, a culture that values innovation and the adoption of new technologies, business-friendly laws, a prime geographic location, contemporary infrastructure, a booming real estate market, and a strong tourism sector. When combined, these factors greatly enhance the country's overall prosperity and economic vigor. Number 4. Qatar. Located on the Arabian Peninsula's northeastern coast, this small but wealthy country supports a population of more than 2.7 million people with an impressive GDP per capita of $118,150. Qatar is one of the richest nations in the world thanks to its large oil and gas reserves. For the Qatari government, the extraction and export of these priceless resources constitute important sources of income. Even though natural gas and oil have contributed significantly to Qatar's wealth, the government has actively undertaken efforts to diversify the economy. The nation's economic basis has been widened by strategic investments in industries like finance, real estate, infrastructure, and tourism, assuring stability and continuous expansion beyond its petroleum resources. Number 3. Singapore. Singapore is a small but well-developed city-state and island nation in Southeast Asia. With a GDP per capita of $138,540, it supports a population of about 6 million people. With its advantageous location at the intersection of major shipping lanes in Southeast Asia, Singapore has developed into a major center for global trade and business. The well-regulated financial industry of the island nation, which is well known as a worldwide financial hub, draws in foreign banks, asset managers, and financial organizations. A pro-business atmosphere, world-class infrastructure, efficient governance, political stability, a highly educated and skilled labor force, and world-class infrastructure all contribute to Singapore's economic development. All of these factors work together to make Singapore a shining example of prosperity and economic achievement. Number 2. Ireland. Ireland is a country in northwestern Europe that has a GDP per capita of $143,180 and a population of about 5.1 million people. Ireland has deliberately promoted a business-friendly climate that is marked by low corporate tax rates. Multinational firms have been successfully persuaded to open regional offices or their European headquarters in the nation thanks to this strategy, which has greatly boosted employment and the economy. A highly qualified and educated workforce is largely the result of Ireland's renowned educational system. Ireland's economy has undergone a radical change, with a focus on knowledge-based sectors including financial services, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, and information technology. This calculated turn has strengthened Ireland's position as a major economic force by generating high-skilled jobs and a significant increase in productivity. Number 1. Luxembourg. Located in Western Europe, this little landlocked nation supports a population of over 659,000 people and has a strong GDP per capita of $145,830. Luxembourg has effectively established itself as a leading international financial hub, known for its advantageous tax and regulatory environments. Because of its strategic location, efficient government, diverse economy, highly qualified workforce, and political stability, the country is attractive to foreign banks, investment funds, and financial institutions. These important elements play a major role in Luxembourg's continuous prosperity and economic success. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to provide you with more insights in my upcoming video.